I start off every day with gratitude, right? That's something that I really want to share with you guys because it's real easy to let the world fix you to become something you're not, right? So if you're not intentional, you're either going to get programmed by yourself or someone or something is going to program you. But what I realized is that life is what you make it. Life is what you put on, right? Life is what you want of it. And I'm a perfect example because that's how I go through life. I think I've been very successful because I'm not scared to show my weaknesses. I'm not scared to show my, be vulnerable whenever I'm scared, whenever I'm going through something. And that allows people to say, wow, if he could go through that and still overcome that, then so can I. And last night I couldn't sleep. I'm on probably 2 hours of sleep. Why? Because I take this so seriously, and mind you, I do this is what I do for a profession. But this is something else for me. Again, it's full circle. This is not just me. I work with organizations all the time. I come in, I share my story, but this is home. I think we get so caught off, and we're in 2023, social media is such a thing that we are so distracted, and I say this all the time, we tend to look out the window all the time. We're always looking out the window. Some of us have a little stool next to the window. But then we wonder why we're not executing or getting to a certain level of our life because we're being entertained with the world. And it's all right to look out the window. It is sometimes entertainment. It is sometimes you learn certain things. But the reality is that a lot of us are not winning because we're not looking in the mirror. 5 years ago, I rolled into Rob Roy Academy. High, lost out of my mind, wet behind the ears, depressed, just got put in the chair 2 years into it. I was lost. There was this thing of me that I would go into these places and into any location and just kind of play around with my situation of me being in the chair. And shout out to Miss Gio Quinto, which was my instructor at the time. It was the first lady. I think Miss Gio Quinto was about 5'5", little short Italian lady. First Caucasian lady that really showed me what love is. The only one that was sitting in the chair, nobody looked like me. So I'm looking at this lady like she's tripping. Now I know she's serious. So I'm like, nah, come on, like. And she like, life is what you make it. That's where I get that phrase. After 25 years, me and Miss Gio Quinto still have a relationship, and she's a mother to me, which is the relationship that I don't have with my own mother. I just spent Christmas with her and her family. Somebody took their job to the next level and was able to love on me like a son. She didn't feed me. If anybody knows Miss Gio Quinto, she was harsh to the bone. She would let you know exactly how she felt and how she felt, whether you liked it or not. I thought that was dope. I don't know about you. Some of us get emotional, but I like straight honesty. I'm alright with it, as long as I know it comes from a good place. And I knew that under all that, it was coming from a good place. Don't get it twisted. Way before I got put in this physical chair, I have what we call the paralyzed mindset. And a lot of us operate off that. And the reason we operate off that is because our brains are not wired to make us successful. Our brains are wired to make us safe. But the reality is this, guys, right? We have to do the work. A lot of you guys, and that's been me at times. I expect somebody to come rescue me and fix it all. And the reality is this. The only way you fix and create value in your space is by taking ownership. It's the only way. I'll give you an example. I could get into a discussion with my wife and she could be totally off. And I could sit in that emotion and add fire with fire and continue that energy for weeks. Or I could be the one to diffuse the situation. Where I come from, we treated the fire with fire. But what happens with that is that a lot of times I would burn down the building. And it would hurt me. So when somebody comes in here and they have a certain body language, you probably think they have a problem with you, and it's probably not that. They're probably introverts, and they got to come in here and do the most to get the energy, to deal with the students, deal with the structure, that's a lot. And when you start understanding this, then you probably peel back a little bit like, damn, my bad.